Hey there, you guys. This is Jaden here. And if you guys didn't know, earlier this week, The Return of the Fossa had just got out the final episode for his total drama, the Fossa series. And he's talked about doing multiple video ideas after he finished that fan made series of his. And one of those video ideas was do this Cameron Trek style cast video thing. Do Cameron Shrek style and where he has Cameron from Total Drama be Shrek. No, just so you guys know, it's not 100% confirmed whether or not he wants to do full Cameron Shrek style movies, like full Cameron Shrek style movie spoof projects like this, where he uses Total Drama characters and all that stuff. But like, at least if he doesn't do anything else for this Cameron Shrek style project of his, at least we have this cast video. Honestly, it's probably the safest way to have this project just be like a muted cast video thing, looking at how copyright seems to be getting more strict with spoofs and whatnot, looking at how we're getting channels like Sean Sig and Animation 13 style terminated and those guys. So yeah, but even if he does do full Cameron Shrek style movies, I know he'll be careful with copyright and make sure with like certain songs that have been strict with copyright in the Shrek movies, like "Accidentally Loving People Ain't No Good." But yeah, he just got out this Cameron Shrek style cast today, and he requested me to react to it. And I thought, you know what, why not? I did a reaction to his Mario Shrek style cast video way back in 2023 on the day before like my last day of 12th grade and my brother's birthday. So yeah, why don't I do it here? But I gotta say, this cast video is way longer than I expected it to be. Over 14 minutes long. Wow. I mean, I guess I could see how it would be that long looking at how many characters there are in Shrek and stuff, even though this cast is only for the first two movies. But still, even with the first two movies, there's still a shit load of characters to go over. Like the amount of new characters they introduced in Shrek 2 and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this cast has every single casting choice from my Duncan Shrek cast video that I did for Christmas Eve last year. But yeah, this is a pretty long video, so let's get right to the reaction. And yeah, I like the I like the live action swamp he has in the background. Cameron's Shrek style 1 and 2. Cameron is Shrek ogre. Yep, we all knew that. Even though I don't hate that casting choice. That though I definitely much prefer Duncan as Shrek. Like that idea me and Mr. Bean Fantasy 2005 have used. That's a funny one, Duncan and Shrek human. Yeah, I think before I've kind of thought about what it'd be like if someone else had Duncan as human Shrek, but I found it a lot more imaginable. I'm seeing people have him be ogre Shrek since he's less on the he's less on the handsome side. Like he's not that much on the ugly side, but I definitely say he's like more on the ugly side than on the handsome side. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, the Iron Man version of Cameron from the Revenge of the Island finale, like how I had the sock mask version of Duncan be Night Trek for my Duncan Shrek cast video. Clever idea. There's no better idea than that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because if you guys didn't know, he's been watching Wildcrats a lot lately, and he thinks it's a really good show. Not as good as Total Drama, but he still likes Wildcrats. And yeah, I like Wildcrats too. Like I said in my video that I did months back on it. Owen is Donkey. Yeah, that's a really good casting choice. And I remember at some point thinking that that's the casting choice my father would use for if we were to do Shrek movie spoof projects. But no, I was wrong. He said that at some point that he would rather have Jeff from Total Drama be Stallion Donkey. But then at some point he forgot like him saying all those casting choices that he'd use for if he were to use if he were to spoof Shrek like me. All right, continuing on. All right, pretty good casting choice. She fits Fiona well. Gwen is Fiona Ogre, even though Gwen was with Trent instead of Cameron. But she could have. She showed signs of being having Cameron be her new boyfriend, and with All Stars, which was way after they broke up in action. Martin is Puss in Boots. Okay, maybe not extremely fitting, but still pretty good. Maybe not as good as the other two Wildcrats casting choices we have on here. Shit, that's a pretty funny one. Although I think Chris would be a better choice for Lord Farquaad, and Schiff would be a better choice for characters like Thelonious and the captain of the guards, like what I did for my Shadow Shrek project. But so that's a good one. Dr. Eggman. Oh yes, that's a good one. I remember Yesenia the Hedgehog using that casting choice for her old Shadow Shrek movies. That's a good one. I probably prefer him as Lord Farquaad, but still, he's a pretty good choice for captain of the guards. Kill his stone. Chef, big number three. Big number three. That's a funny one. Corny as dragon. Yeah, that does make sense. Like if a total drama character should be dragon, I would say it would probably either be her or maybe Heather. Even though I would rather have a character from a different series be dragon, especially now if that character's like not the spouse of whatever total drama character being Naki, but still as dragon. Oh, yeah. So it's like a what if, like what would if Courtney turned into from the potion? That's a nice what if there. Cody is Pinocchio. Okay, That's a pretty good one. Although maybe I prefer him as Donkey, but him as Pinocchio is not that bad. Pinocchio, real boy. Yeah, I think Tails would be a better choice for Pinocchio. But Sonic, that's not too bad with Sonic though. And plus, even if it is a bad casting choice, that Pinocchio doesn't even get like 10 seconds of screen time anyway. Naughty is Gingy. I don't really have too much of an opinion on that casting choice, but it still seems pretty fitting. That's a pretty good one. Shadow the Hedge. Yeah, that's a good one. He probably, I probably prefer him as Shrek, but still, him as a Big Bad Wolf is a good one. I do remember using that casting choice for one of my old Shrek spoof casts. He's still a good choice for the Big Bad Wolf. Bed's taken. What? What do you mean the bed's taken? Catch a shadow in his bed. What? As the three. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Is that you, Baljeet? How did you know? Welcome. Yeah, that's a pretty good. That makes sense. If I were to do another Shrek spoof cast, I would probably try to come up with a casting choice for the Welcome to Duloc dolls instead of like having them be themselves. Heather's okay. Yeah, of course. Like age wise, she's obviously too young to be Donkey's owner, but still, yeah, she's mean enough for Donkey's owner. And here's a fun fact: um, I one like Shrek spoof cast on YouTube that has Tramp from Lady and the Tramp as Shrek and Gumball Watterson as Donkey said in the description that this person would also use this casting choice of Heather as Donkey's owner. So yeah, just so you know, Foster, you're not the only one, but that's still a really good casting choice though. The chair, just like what your animated 18 used for his Jack Shrek movies, for his Jack Shrek project. Even though again, like age wise, this casting choice seems way off. Looking at how, like when we see that lady scream, give him the chair, her hair is all gray and shit. Jimmy Z is Lord Farquaad costume guy. That's a great scene. It's kind of a shame how a lot of Shrek Spook projects tend to cut out like that scene with the Farquaad mascot. But to be fair, maybe I shouldn't talk since I do remember cutting out that scene for my old Vegeta Shrek project. Five Nights at Freddy's as Knights. I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's, though I remember hearing about that game a lot growing up. And this casting choice does seem fitting enough. Zach as Robin Hood. And I'm rescuing you from the screen. Beast. SML is the Robin Hood. Oh. And Fossa seems to be into SML like me and Rabbit Lover are. Interesting. I was so not expecting to see SML in this spoof cast. Pretty cool. Seems that Fossa starting like SML. But Fossa, just so you know, I think you'd probably hate the beginning of the Toad's Mistake #3 video they did on SML. Like you probably enjoy the majority of that video since it has Shrek in it and Toad from Mario and all that stuff. But just so you know, I don't think you'd like the beginning of it. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like the beginning of it. Heads up. Home Alone. Oh, that's a pretty funny one. the Home Alone robbers as the angry Bob. That makes sense. I remember that one funny scene in Home Alone where they're trying to break into the house, and Kevin was able to get them with all these traps and shit. Bob and Wendy as Fiona's parents. Seems fitting. Tom is Fiona's dad for. Oh, yeah, and this is an interesting one because I do remember him having Tom from the live action Sonic movie be the human version of Harold, but here he has him as Frog. Okay, that is a downgrade, but so that's a good one though. Wicked. Oh, I know Mr. Bean fan will appreciate this casting choice. This is Wicked as the fairy godmother. Yeah, because like me, The Return of the Fossa also considers the Mr. Bean cartoon as an A-tier show, and Scott is Prince Charming. Another one of my favorite casting choices from this cast, because like I said multiple times on live streams and shit, Scott's my favorite contestant from Revenge of the Island, and they made him even better in All Stars. I think I might have seen someone else use Scott as Prince Charming though. Although I don't exactly remember an example off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I saw that before. But so that's a really good casting choice as someone who's a Scott fan. Princess Peach is Cinderella. Sierra is Snow White. Okay. I think maybe Sierra would be a better choice for another one of the other princesses, like a nicer princesses, like maybe like Sleeping Beauty or something, but she's not the worst choice for Snow White. She can be pretty mean at times. The cat turned into a little horse that smells like feet. What's to get? Is it foot or feet? I can't remember what word she says there. Chelsea. Don't have an opinion on that casting choice. Candace is Ariel. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, Gwen like drags Candace by her leg or something and throws her into the ocean. Zoe's oh. Okay, who do you have as the maidens? I guess I'm about to find out. Zoe is Jill. That is a good one. Bridget and of course the other two would have to be total drama characters. And overall, that's a good idea having total drama girls be Jill and the two maidens. I think maybe like out of the two, I'd probably have Lindsay be the girl who says, "I'll be true enough." Kitty as Friar's fat boy lady. Reminds me of how I had her be like a little Red Riding Hood for my old Vegeta 2 project. And she works well as the Friar's fat boy lady too. Oh, and I was just talking about Little Red Riding Hood. Ah! Screams at Cameron and Gwen and runs off. I remember I used to feel bad for the Little Red Riding Hood that's in and that accidentally left scene of Shrek 2 though, because she looked so happy as she was like skipping her over to the house, and then when she sees the ogres like her entire days, you're like, ah! I used to feel bad for her there, but that was years ago. That was when I was pretty little. Mike is message guy. Oh, Sergeant Pompous. Now, how do you explain Sergeant Pompous and the Fancy Pants Club Band? Maybe not a very funny one, but it is a fitting one. Okay, Kyle, Cartman, Stan, and Kenny as the trumpet guys. Enough, Cartman. Cream the Rabbit as Puppy. Okay, that's a good one. Isabella as Doris. Okay, I don't think she's a very fitting choice for the ugly stepsister, but then I guess I could see where you'd be coming from with this casting choice. Lightning is Captain Hook. Sure, lightning. Okay, that's a pretty funny one. Maybe there's like more fitting casting choices for Lightning. Like maybe I think he'd be a better choice for someone like Prince Charming, but still that's pretty good. Trent as the Magic Mirror. That's a pretty good one though. I'd rather have like a actual total drama host be the Magic Mirror, like Chris or Don from the Redonkulous Rays. Kind of like how I've seen people have game show hosts be the Magic Mirror. But that's good though. Jeff is Mongo. that's pretty. That's pretty funny. Not very fitting, but that is pretty funny. Does seem pretty random. Like does feel the most random out of all the casting choices down here, but still that's a pretty good casting choice though. I think it would be better if maybe as someone who's also a big Total Drama fan, I think maybe it would be better if you use the casting choice like use a giant character from another series be the giant. And as Joan Rivers. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, and I remember him telling me one time that Anne is his favorite character in Amphibia, which is a show he also marathon in 2023. Fun fact, last year, like he did with Total Drama. Wreck-It Ralph is your pet. That's a funny one. I have this little boy. Homer is receptionist. Hold on. Who do you mean by receptionist, real quick? I need to Google it. Oh, Jerome. Okay, I know you mean. Yeah, I remember when you had Arnold from Hey Arnold be the receptionist. Which yeah, that's a good casting choice too. But Homer is definitely a better choice for Jerome. It's a funny one, though. I think Mr. Burns would be a better choice for Jerome, and that shouldn't be that surprising that I have that opinion. Looking at how I used that casting choice for my old Vegeta 2 project. Endoskeletons as potion factory workers. Seems fitting enough. Kevin, Lucy, Linus, Courtney, Total Drama Rama, Dexter, Mel as Dronkies. Pretty good. Even though I'm not a fan of Total Drama Rama, though I will admit that it's still a pretty good cast choice. Chris is Oh, that's a good one. Chris is Simon Cowell. Easy, Chris. Then the competition hasn't even started yet. Well, I can't help being judgmental. It's who I am. It's very. Oh. Okay. Yet again, this seems fitting enough. Unknown father and for father and son if they're in. If they in or not. In it or not. Okay, so for those who don't know what he means by that, basically he means like if you were to do Cameron Shrek, if you were to make Cameron 2 into a full movie swoop project, he doesn't know that if he would leave in the getting Shrek new clothes scene or he would take it out and replace it with added dialogue like what I did for my old Vegeta 2 project. Just in case anyone gets confused there. But yeah, I'd rather have an actual casting choice be these two guys, but still, that's still not a bad idea having them be themselves, especially since they don't even get like a minute of screen time. My favorite DreamWorks movie. Yeah, me too. And fun fact, I was just rewatching Shrek 1 again in Spanish because the Spanish version of Shrek's like my new favorite way to watch Shrek. Overall, this was a good cast. I would say it's at a good close level between the Mario Shrek style cast video he did last year. Two of those are like fighting each other to see which one's my favorite spoof cast video that the Return of the Fossa has done on his channel. And if you guys want to see the original video without my commentary, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. And yeah, with all this being said, good video, Fossa, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll do more for your future Total Drama content. And yeah, have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching the video, and bye.